Hi gang, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about mental challenges that you'll face when you play matches. By the way, I have a new section, I don't know if everyone's seen it, at tomavery.com, preparing for matches and tournaments. And in that section, the areas covered will be mental challenges, equipment, footwork and movement, nutrition before and after matches, strategy and game style, what strategy suits your game the best, tactics, meaning how are you going to win points, patterns that help you win points, and of course stroke production, how to improve your strokes, which is a huge part of becoming a better player. Anyway, mental challenges. Famous Irish author James Joyce said, "Mistakes are the portals of discovery." And that's true. By our mistakes, we can discover the knowledge that we need to prevent them in the future. Everyone makes mistakes, Federer and Nadal included. You've never heard of a 100% successful, no errors match statistic. It just doesn't happen. And how many times have you seen the tour pro miss the sitter? The ball is just sitting here thinking, man, I could have made that shot. So you've got to remember that you're going to make mistakes. But how you deal with them is going to help you become a better player. And I know how frustrating it can be. Missing the mark or missing a sitter, it's just very frustrating. But if you can turn that frustration into a learning experience, you're going to be so much better off as a player. The first thing you have to remember is that the tennis court is a mistake center. It's the mistake center of the universe, okay? But here, you can make mistakes and there's no consequences. I mean, other than you might lose the match, but that's no big deal. Everyone loses once in a while. So let's face it, though, that sports and life in general reward us for not making mistakes. I mean, just go to a kid's football game or soccer game and hear the coaches and the fans screaming at the kids when they make a mistake. Some people think that, mistakes are beyond them. You'll see somebody make a mistake and they'll go, oh man, how could you miss that? It's like they're trying to send a message to their opponent, I never miss that shot. When it's not true, you're going to miss once in a while. Even sitters, okay, you're going to miss. So, saying negative things like, man, you stink, how could you miss that shot, are not going to help your confidence. And believe me, you know as well as I do that tennis is a game of confidence. So accept it. The tennis court is a mistake center, okay? But here's the key. Use your mistakes as feedback. Instead of getting mad, use them as feedback. By that I mean, when you make a mistake, make a mental note of it. Get some feedback on what happened to help you play better as the match progresses. As an example, let's say your opponent hits a short ball, it's sitting up in the middle of the court, between waist high and shoulder height, just sitting there waiting for you to tee off. All you have to do is hit it to the open court. You take your swing and the ball lands 2 feet long beyond the baseline. Now's the time not to get mad. Now's the time to get the feedback. So what was it? Lousy footwork? Were you off balance? Did you open the racket face on the backswing and your racket was a little laid back at contact? This feedback should take no more than 5 to 10 seconds max. And usually the first thought is the right solution. If you've been building your knowledge about the game. you know, you'll start to understand, well, it was my footwork, I was off balance, my spacing wasn't good between me and the ball, I did open the racket face, and you'll remember these things if you think of it right away. And like I say, usually the first thing is the right solution. So keep it short though when you're getting this feedback. Never more than, you know, if you can do it in 5 seconds, great, or less. 5 to 10, but no more than 10. You don't want to get, you know, paralysis by analysis. You don't want to lose your flow and your body's ability just to let your game happen. That's very important. So the key to this game is go out, hit the ball, have some fun, and experiment with some of these solutions. I remember Billie Jean King said, this is a quote of hers, she said, and I quote, "Be bold. If you're going to make a mistake, make a doozy. And don't be afraid to hit the ball." Now, this could be, not being afraid to hit the ball, could be your hardest forehand you ever hit, your hardest backhand, or it could be a delicate drop shot. It all involves taking risks and being relaxed and confident when you hit the ball. When you walk on the court, you want to have the Jimmy Connors attitude, I call it. One time a reporter asked Jimmy, "Jimmy, how do you feel about losing the match?" And his response was, "I didn't lose, I just ran out of time." And in other words, he was saying, I made some mistakes out there today, and I didn't come up with the solutions before my opponent was able to close out the match. And Jimmy also had another quote that I like. He said, "What's the next best thing to playing tennis and winning?" And he said, "Playing tennis and losing." He was having a ball out there either way. And that's what you have to do. Win or lose, have fun out there. He wasn't afraid to lose, but he was going to go down. If he had to go down, he was going to go down looking for the solutions and swinging away. So that's a good mindset. Don't expect perfect tennis. You're going to make mistakes. How you deal with them, those mistakes. If you can deal with them in a positive manner, use them as feedback to help you play better as the match progresses. And as you go along, you may discover at the end of the match that you're the winner. But that's basically how you have to deal with mistakes. Very important. And sometimes, you know, like I said, you're gonna try and get those solutions, and you're going to walk off the court the loser. But you can still meditate a little bit about what happened and what you would do different from the beginning. So, and think also about what areas you might have to work on. Was your footwork lousy, your movement? So spend some time on that every day. Your strategy, game style, you know, were you playing to your personality, playing your style of game, or were you trying to do something else? You've got to play with a style that suits you, makes you feel good when you're out there, win or lose. Anyway, check out the new section on the site, preparing for matches and tournaments. Right now, that whole section, it's got probably 6, 7, 8 hours, I don't know, there's a lot of information in there, 6, 7, or 8 hours. And right now it's only $39.95. And as I add more to that section, the price will go up in the future. So it's a good deal. Anyway, all the best. Have a great day. Go out there, swing away. Take care.